Welcome to Boomhauer 69 channel, and today Boomhauer is gonna talk about the tiny house build idea I have in mind. Now, I'm no professional builder, contractor. I don't know how to build anything. I want to get that right out clear, but my ultimate goal is I'll try to explain this best to my ability, knowledge. So forgive me if it sounds like a fool, but I'll try to describe this my idea best to my knowledge, but simply the ultimate goal would be is to, for me anyways, I'd like to try my hand at building like a shed kind of thing, like a tiny house type build shed. And this is a picture I found on the internet of a shed. According to the website I found on it, said it's a 6x8. I'd obviously build something a little bit bigger, but my ultimate goal is to build like a little tiny house structure, like convert a little shed into a tiny house and try to build one. And how I would do it is, obviously right now I can't because I don't, money issues, and plus I would have to get a truck and trailer somehow or cargo van, and I don't have that in my possession, so I'd have to wait later on. But the ultimate goal is in the future is I would like to build something that one could a small shed that's not too big and not too small. It's just right. This website calling this a 6x8. This one here is also 6x8. But these pictures are just kind of what I'm thinking, leaning towards. And actually, obviously, I would probably do wood siding because that's, I think, it's going to be cheaper. This one's vinyl. I don't know the dimensions of, but basically, the ultimate goal would be is this little wood stove here is to build something that you could put a wood stove inside of it and have like a small twin bed, like this right here. This is a small twin rollaway bed where you could safely, where you could safely set up this wood stove. This is one of those kind of wood stoves that they use in hot tents. Obviously if you put the proper, safety stuff down, like the little heat pads and the little firewall pads that they have for wood stoves and stuff, you could probably get away with using this if you use the proper safety stuff. And they also make for tiny houses what they call the Cubic Mini. I know about those. The Cubic Mini wood stoves. Those are about $500 and quite expensive. This one is a little bit cheaper than that. I think around $200, I think it was, on Amazon. This is by a brand called PMY, Pinny Palmy. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think it's spelled PMY. But the ultimate goal would be is to build something that you could safely set up a little wood stove in and put a bed in there, and this is a solar kit, a 100-watt solar kit, and like a dresser and maybe a nightstand too. But basically what I picture in my head of building this sort of structure would be something where over in one corner you would have your wood stove, and then a bed over on the other side, and then you would have also a little two-person table, a small table where you could sit two people comfortably where they could do their work, whether it's like a small two-person table. Like if you ever been in restaurants, how they have those kind of small tables for like the one person or just simply two people, kind of small little table, something like that, where you'd have your bed over on one side, the table over here, and then in the corner your wood stove, and then obviously the dresser and sort of stuff. That's what I'm thinking. And obviously if I was going to build the structure, I think this shed here is either 8x8 or the other one might 8x8 or 10x10. Obviously if I'm going to build something, I don't want to build it too big or too small. Like the ones I showed you here in the beginning, these ones right here, these are 6x8, so I'd probably do maybe like 6x10 or something, or maybe like an 8x10, something that's, again, that you'd be able to put a wood stove in it, put put a bed in there, a dresser, a table, and that'd be it. Because the reason why I would go with a dresser, so you can have storage versus doing like cabinets. Because cabinets, I'd say, some people say, oh, mount cabinets on the wall, but yeah, that I think would get into more money than what versus just simply a basic dresser. Now, this dresser here is only $80 off of Amazon. It's just a basic particle board one, but that would be the ultimate goal. Would be is to build something that's going to be that. And then for solar, what I would do is simply either a 100-watt solar setup or a 200-watt. This here is just a basic little 100-watt solar. It would be something set up where you could run basic, just some lights, and maybe charge a few electronic devices. Maybe just run your lights and charge your cell phone. Because a lot of people have smartphone cell phones and they use that a lot. So basically, be able to charge your cell phone, run some lights for maybe 12 hours a day. Obviously, something like that. Maybe about 16 hours a day, 12 hours maybe, but yeah, where you could simply have a full charge battery, where you can run some lights and maybe charge your cell phone, or even run maybe possibly a little small portable TV if you had one. I obviously wouldn't get into like the 400, 500 watts or the big systems, because that just get to be too much money, so I just do a simple maximum 200 watts and minimum maybe 100-watt system with some lights. Now the lighting setup I would do is I just basically do like the RVs, DC lighting, get some RV style DC lighting like the RV campers have. They have those little lights in the ceiling that got a little light over here, and then in the middle they have a little switch. Get some of those and set them up, and then maybe on the wall add a switch, and then for outlets I would just simply get some USB wall outlets and DC outlets, and everything would just be a DC setup. There would be no power inverter or AC. If there was a power inverter, it would be just one connected to the battery, and that's it. But I would mostly just 12 volt, maybe 12 volt DC plug outlets, like a lot of RV campers. For some RV campers, I know they'll have those, and just some DC plugs and some USB ports. That's all I would do in the wall somewhere, for outlets. So, and that would be, on basically a small setup that where you can get by, where you can get by with it, Now, obviously, if you're gonna be running, like a DC cooler or some sort of heating element, like those little heater blankets, you'd obviously need more solar than 200 watts. You'd probably have to have about 400 watts, I think, from what I've seen other YouTubers talk about and stuff. I think 400 watts here, you could run a small freezer. But again, I'd probably just maybe keep it around 200 to 100 watts maybe. But because the idea in the near future, if I could, is I would just love to build something, just on my own, practice building and try to come up with the idea. Because my idea is to build like a little small, kind of basic, kind of cheap little shed. What I would do is for like doors, windows, and certain things, I'd probably go online like the marketplace, Craigslist, and just simply try to like, I guess you call it what they call upcycle, try to recycle, find free, cheap doors and windows and stuff that would be perfect for the build. If I happen to get on the internet and looked at the marketplace and somebody had some leftover siding from their house project or whatever, and they had it cheap, buy it and build it. But it would be simply to build something just for the fun of it, because I never built anything in my life, and it'd be kind of fun to give it a try and try to actually build something. So my goal is to build something that's not too small, not too big, just right. That's tricky, because to me, when it comes to like the furniture, like the bed, the table, and the wood stove, that's really all I I look at one would need, just something basic, you wouldn't need a whole, think about what would you have in it, because obviously it'd be something basic that you can almost set up out in the middle of the woods and use it as like a little hunting shack, because if you're gonna obviously do something for hunting, just a basic little hunting shack, you won't need. Now I don't do any hunting because I never took hunter safety course and don't have the plans to in the future to do it, but just a rough idea, Again, I would just simply build something just for the fun of it, but that's my goal in the near future, is to build some little structure, not too big, not too small, something where in one corner I'd have the wood stove set up, something like this kind of wood stove, or maybe one of those what they used to call pot belly, coal wood stoves they used to have back in the day, those little pot belly wood stoves, maybe something like that. But when you have a wood stove over in one corner and a dresser, a bed, and a small table for like the furniture stuff, because that's the tricky part to me, is trying to figure out how to come up with something that would be perfect and you'd have a little bit of space, because the tables take up a lot of space. Like I got a card table over here off camera that I think, oh, that would be perfect for a tiny house, but it's actually too big for what I would want. So this one right here, I would just go with like table wise. I'd probably look into like those kind that the restaurants used to have for a single person. You go to a restaurant and you see those small tables where they just have two chairs with them, and they're kind of just for like that single person. Kind of like a small table like this. This one, I can't remember the dimensions. I think it was like under 30 inches, like 28 something, I think it was. Or might have been 28, 25, I can't remember now. And this is just a picture off from Amazon of a table that I thought was interesting. But that's what I do. It's kind of a small two-person table, and simply we have a table on one side, bed on the other, in a corner, a wood stove and stuff. So obviously, so that would be the goal, to build something small, unique, where when you show it to people, people would say, wow, that's neat. He was able to fit all that in there and build it just right, Because, again, I would try to build something not too big and not too small. And then if I got good at building such a structure, then I would build something maybe later on down the line that would be a little bit more bigger and cost a little bit more to build. But my ultimate goal would be to try to build something using free reclaimed lumber and free building supplies, do like an upcycle, I guess they call it, and stuff. So that would be my ultimate goal, and I'd love to do that someday. But I thought I would share this idea when I'm planning on trying to build on this YouTube channel of mine. And so look forward to this in the future. Yes, this is something I am planning on doing in the near future. Later on this channel, a build project and stuff. Again, I'm no builder, carpenter. I never built anything in my life. I tried to describe my idea best to my ability. So hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope somebody who stumbles upon this video, it gives them encouraged to want to try to build something. So hope it also, that's why I'm making this video, also to kind of maybe encourage people out there that come along, that stumble upon this video, and give them an encouragement to try to build something. That's my ultimate goal, is try to build something. Hope you all have a good day. Thank you for watching this video. Hit that red subscribe button down below. Really help out Boomhouse 69 channel into making this build project a reality. So hit that red subscribe button down below. Comment your thoughts, whatever you may have, or something, comment below whatever you like. And hope you all have a good day. Don't forget to share this video with everyone you know. And hope you all have a good day. And thank you for watching this video.